Mic check. Yeah, we're going to be doing it. I'm going to be showing up at this event about Freedom Summer because I am a very, very, very dedicated activist in the community. My activism goes back to 1986. All right. During Freedom Summer in 1968, I was 9 years old. We was throwing rocks at police in 68. You feel me? So my activism in the black community, man, I got years in this shit. This ain't new to me. I'm true to this. So when I come down to the real news, last time I was at the real news, y'all, we had an incident. We're going to have another incident if we don't sit here and start telling some real truth. We're going to talk about white supremacy. We're going to talk about racism. We're going to talk about black people selling out the black community. We're going to put it all on the table. We're going to talk about activists and activists in Baltimore City. I set the standard for this shit, dog. I set the standard for activism in Baltimore. You feel me? And if you ain't meeting the standard, I'm going to pull your card. Real news, you got a dude up in the next named Stephen Janis. Stephen Janis got evidence of my innocence. All right. And Stephen Janis need to produce that evidence because, like I said, I got an insurance claim getting ready to come up. And I got a movie coming up and a documentary. And all this shit is coming to the light. So between now and then, get y'all shit together. Freedom Summer, Martin Luther King, dog, I applied for his job. You're going to talk about racism. You're going to talk about black people selling out black people. We're going to put it all on the table because it's going to be real shit. I put my activism against anybody in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, or the state of Maryland as an individual, not as an organization, as an individual. I go to jail for the right reasons, and I don't go just for a day or two. You feel me? I go for whatever time needs to be served. Read Martin Luther King's letters from a Birmingham jail. We want to talk about activism? Read the letters from a Birmingham jail. I got 2 jailhouse diaries talking about y'all's politics, talking about how y'all selling us out. All right? I'm a black Republican, and I joined the Republican Party to make sure that we address racism. Governor Hogan know me. Governor Earl know me. Governor O'Malley know me. Governor Schaefer know me. Governor Glendenning know me. I'm a caterer. I catered in y'all's houses. I worked for y'all for the last 20 years since 1997. I know your agenda of mass incarceration. I know your agenda of stop and frisk and zero tolerance. I know your agenda because I fed you motherfuckers. You feel me? I got an insurance claim out right now with Al Redmer. All right? Like I said, I was insured when y'all did this. Y'all locked me up for putting toilets out. I put toilets out because I was potty training politicians. It's also a prop for my movie, Letters Design. So wherever I see you politicians at, where I see you fake people at, I'm going to pull your card. If you had anything to do with me, if you had anything to do with my illegal incarceration on February the 7th, 2011, I'm going to pull your card. I'm going to be on TV tomorrow at 12 o'clock, channel 39. All right, it's going to be an hour-long program. I'm going to name your names. I'm going to pull your cards. And everything that I got is on court record. You go to the Baltimore County Courthouse. The Judge Souter, Judge Papaya, Judge Souter, Judge Papaya, Judge Janae, Judge Turnbull, Judge Cox got my paperwork. Scott Schellenberger got my paperwork. Al Redmer getting ready to get my insurance claim. Because like I said, I was insured. My business lost $2.6 million, and I want my money. I want my standing in the community back, and I want the truth to be told. Too long, y'all been letting the media and y'all been letting black faces carry out a white agenda. We call it the new face of old Jim Crow. Well, dog, I know how to deal with Jim Crow. I meet Jim Crow just like I meet a bully. I'm going to meet Jim Crow head on. I'm going to meet you at wherever you at. If you on North Avenue, I'm going to meet you. If you in the church, I'm going to meet you. Wherever I see you at is where I'm going to treat you at. Because that's how I get down. I do my dirt by my lonely. Because I went to jail by my lonely. I came to Baltimore on my own. You feel me? And I'm going to leave this earth on my own. But if y'all going to have these forums and y'all going to have these events, then we're going to start putting some truth to power. Or you just wasting people's time. I want all emails, all videos, all that shit that I gave to Real News. I want that shit up front when I come in the building. Because what you ain't got, I got. This is my year. I'm going to clear the air about a lot of things. I'm going to get a lot of shit off my chest. I'm going to shut shit down. You go to Governor Hogan and get all my paperwork from Hogan, get my paperwork from Francott, get my paperwork from Gansler, get my paperwork from Frosh, get my paperwork from Embry, get my paperwork from Pugh, get my paperwork from Dutch Rupersberger, Congressman Cummings, Senator Cardins. Dog, I'm getting ready to dismantle y'all's racist prison industry. I'm getting ready to dismantle y'all's Jim Crow justice system. Remember that stop snitching video? We're going to see who snitch on who first. My money is on Schellenberger. That's your weakest link. We're going to talk about the new face of Jim Crow. Dog, we're going to talk about Kenny Ibram. We're going to talk about Kiefer Mitchell. We're going to talk about black faces selling that white agenda. Republicans need black votes. I encourage all ex-felons to join the Republican Party. If we join the Republican Party as ex-felons, then they got to talk about racism. They got to talk about mass incarceration. You're going to force a conversation. I'm not telling you to put on khakis and Dockers. I'm telling you to go in there with hoodies on. Represent your hood. Go in as a black radical Republican. Not a Michael Steele Republican. Not a Rutherford Republican. Go in as a shorty Republican. A radical black Republican. Because that's what I'm bringing to the table. You got 20,000 ex-felons that get released. They're eligible to vote. They're eligible to run for office. We can take over the Republican Party with black people. Just like in the 1800s when you freed it from slavery. You feel me? We want to address racism. Address it head on. Take it to the party. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. You got a problem with me? I ain't hard to find. 20,000 ex-felons, 20,000 black people joining the Republican Party, running for office, running for Senate, running for Congress, running for positions of power. Dog, that's what this about. And if you don't understand that, you're going to learn. You're going to learn tomorrow. And you're going to learn the rest of this election cycle. Because I'm going to start putting them toilets out again. I'm going to start shitting on people again. Because people pay attention to dumbass shit. I'm going to educate your mind while I'm doing it. I'm ignorantly intelligent. So when I put your name on the toilet, when I put your face on the toilet, I'm going to put a conversation in the air about the shit that you doing. You got a problem with me? Holler at me. I'm shorty. I ain't hard to find. I ain't from around here. I'm from Zion.